Hey guys, what's up? My name is Katelynn. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I have a very special tapping session for you, all about perfectionism and self-love. And I filmed this video back in October of 2022. I think it will just help you a lot and I want to share it with you. And if you're new here and don't know what tapping is, you will just tap where I tap and say what I say. It's super simple. And I'm going to leave a timestamp down below if you want to skip the intro to that video and just get straight into the tapping. And I hope that you enjoy it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are not already. I'd greatly appreciate it. And now here is the tapping session I filmed all about perfectionism and self-love. Enjoy. Hi guys, welcome to today's tapping video. Today we are going to be tapping on perfectionism and self-love. I feel like oftentimes if we have a lot of self-doubt, we might overcompensate and try to overachieve in order to feel good enough and to stop doubting ourselves. But sometimes that's not the most efficient way to live. That can lead to burnout, that can lead to so many not good things, but it just kind of becomes a habit of, oftentimes growing up we can be like, I have to be perfect in order to be loved. So then when we're not perfect, we're doubting ourselves like, oh my gosh, I'm not good enough. And we just have all this doubt because we're not perfect, we're not achieving enough, we're just not enough. And so today we're going to be working on letting that go, looking at perfectionism and being like, okay, do I need this? And of course, it's always nice to do a good job and do the best that you can do. But sometimes your best isn't perfect. And honestly, perfect doesn't even exist. It's unreal. Because what's perfect to me, you might see a flaw in that. My perception's gonna be different than your perception. So, like I said, what's perfect for me, you might think it has all kinds of flaws. And you can't win if you're trying to be perfect all the time. And it's so exhausting, and we're going to work on that right now. So, we're gonna start on the side of the hand. And you're just going to repeat after me. I have this bad habit of trying to be perfect. To have a perfectly clean house all the time. To have the perfect social life. To have the perfect career. To be a perfect person. And this habit is honestly exhausting. Because the truth is, perfection doesn't even exist. Maybe it's this thing I made up in order to make me feel bad about myself. And I may have done that for a variety of reasons. But I'm beginning to realize that none of them are good reasons. I don't need to set unachievable goals in the name of perfection. And I may have been doing this forever. But I want to live a more free life. I want to feel more peace. I want to just be content. So even though for the longest time, I have been a perfectionist, I deeply and completely love, honor, and forgive myself anyways. I'm ready to break this habit because it's not serving me. Maybe at one point in time it did. But I have changed and evolved. And I'm ready for some new habits. All right, Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Okay. That may have brought up some stuff, especially if you're like, oh, well, I'm a perfectionist in recovery. Like, you know, this still may have brought up some stuff. And maybe you never saw yourself as a perfectionist, but this still might make you think of other things or other bad habits that are similar that really aren't serving you. So thanks for looking at these beliefs and these habits, and we get to change them. So now we're going to start on the top of the head, and you're just going to repeat after me. I have been a perfectionist for so long that I don't really know what it's like to not be. And that might scare me a little, or it might scare me a lot. And I choose to accept myself because I deserve that. And maybe I can begin to accept myself as I am. Flaws and all. What if I decided that there's nothing wrong with me? That maybe I'm perfect as I am? And that this idea of perfectionism isn't real. And I can say that I'm perfect as I am. And I can also have flaws. And it's because I'm human. God or the universe made me perfectly. And maybe these flaws I have are really just made up. Maybe my flaws are not even real. Why I convinced myself that they were, I don't know. Everyone is unique, including myself. And we're supposed to be unique. We're not a bunch of robots. So sometimes we think we have flaws when we're different than other people. But that's kind of the point. So this idea that I wanted to be a perfectionist when perfectionism isn't real, I was just setting myself up for failure. So maybe I can choose to know that it's okay to do my best, and that's enough. I can show up as I am, and that's enough. I can do a good job at something, and that's enough. I don't have to be extreme. I can just do what I can do, and I choose to know that it's enough. I don't have to beat myself up if there's a wrinkle in my t-shirt, okay? I can let some things go. I don't have to stress all the time about things that don't even really matter. Like the wrinkle in my shirt? Like, am I gonna care about that in a week? When I'm stressing about the tiny details, if I look at the big picture, some of these things aren't even gonna matter. And I think my inner peace is worth so much more than trying and failing to make something perfect. It's time to start choosing peace over perfection. It's time to start realizing that I'm more than enough. Like, if I want to think about perfectionism, I can just look at myself. Because as I said, God or the universe made me perfectly. The universe don't make mistakes. I was meant to be here. And there's nothing wrong with me. And I choose to know that there are people out there that love me for me. I don't have to be perfect in their eyes in order to receive love. I get to do my best. I get to strive towards being my best. And the people that love me will still love me. It comes down to being myself, but being a less stressed version of myself. And if I'm happy, then other people that are around me can be happy too. So I think prioritizing my inner peace is the goal right now. Because I deserve that. I'm so worthy of that. So even though for the longest time I had been choosing perfectionism over peace, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself anyways. I'm so ready to let go of this habit because it was causing more harm than good. So it's safe to let it go. It's safe to just do my best. And that is more than enough. I am more than enough. And I am so worthy of all the inner peace. And so it is. All right, take a deep breath in. Let it go. Wow. I didn't think that as a perfectionist, but it's like for some things I really was, like for a really long time. And I've worked really hard on letting it go. And I really think it can just be a habit of wanting things to be perfect and stressing yourself out to the max because there's a wrinkle in your shirt or whatever it may be, right? Like sometimes the littlest things, it's like, so much stress. And like, I feel like when it comes to self-doubt, like perfectionism and stress I feel like they kind of just go hand in hand. I mean, not always, not everyone experiences perfectionism, maybe to like one degree or another, but like self-doubt in and of itself can be really stressful. So sometimes it's like, okay, I'm stressed out because of perfectionism, because I'm doubting myself and trying to overcompensate for the self-doubt that I'm feeling. So if we let go of the perfectionism, then we're left with the self-doubt, and you kind of just get to look at it and be like, okay, is it true that I'm not good enough, or I can't achieve this, or whatever it may be? And the answer is no. Of course it's not true. Of course you are enough. Of course you can have anything that you desire. And we just often tell ourselves these stories of, oh, well, I can't do that, and then we don't even try. Or, it's going to be so hard to reach that goal because I have to make everything perfect that it's so stressful to even think about, I'm not even going to try, right? So hopefully this was helpful for you. I hope you got a lot out of it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tapping with me. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.